Hello everyone, it's me again. In this very special occasion, I would like to transfer my fourth paper in this Borobudur International Symposium 2025, and let me share the uh, PowerPoint file. And this title entitled Strengthening Ship Mortgage Government for Sustainable People Shipping and Blue Economy from Bill Malukita Abdullah and Irfan Mawati from Pasundan University. Uh, Indonesia ships mortgage faces a fundamental governance crisis. Contradiction among the civil code, commercial code, and shipping law create a web legal uncertainty that undermines fair credit practice and threatens the sustainability of the maritime sector. This regulatory fragmentation doesn't create just the paperwork, but it also destabilizes the entire maritime financing ecosystem, affecting vessel operator, financial institution, and ultimately the blue economy's long-term viability. And Business foundation, this is a contractive paradigm and social judicial method with the multi-stake analysis. So the research employs a comprehensive that bridge legal theory with practical implementation, examining how maritime financing operates both on paper and practice across Indonesia's shipping sector. And three separate legal instruments govern ship mortgage in Indonesia, each with different provision, enforcement mechanism, and philosophically underpinning. This fragmentation creates a regulatory maze where creditor and debtor operate under fundamentally uncertain conditions. And there are four critical weaknesses undermining debt protection. The first, unclear execution norms. The second is administrative delays. The third is cross-border vessel mobility, and the fourth, prohibitive enforcement costs. So the three-dimension failure, there is a substance, a structure, and culture. So the legal substance, we have the contradictory statutory provision, and we have also gaps in procedural clarity and legal structure, fragmented institutional authority, and legal culture. We have risk-averse lending practices. This interconnected failure create a system where neither debtor nor creditor can operate with the confidence, shifting investment and innovation in Indonesia's maritime sector. And the proposed construction, a justice-based framework, this study proposed comprehensive reform across three legal instruments such as proportionality, sustainability, and equitable access to maritime financing, such as the we have used the civil code reform to modernize general property and security provision to align with the maritime realities and international best practices. And the commercial code updates to clarify ship mortgage execution procedures and harmonize with other legal framework. And the last is shipping law enhancements to strengthen debtor protection while maintaining legitimate creditor right and enforcement mechanism. And the core principle of sustainable maritime financing is the proportionality, There are a right and obligation must be balanced between debtor and creditor, and then legal certainty. We must clear, consistent, will reduce transaction costs and enable planning, and then good faith. Both parties must act honestly with reasonably in credit relationship, and then we have sustainability framework must support long-term maritime sector development. And the conclusion, we have the path forward, building a blue economy as solid foundation. So Indonesia's maritime future depends on establishing justice-based ship mortgage framework that serve both creditor and debtor fairly. The proposed reconstruction over a roadmap for achieving legal certainty, proportional right, and sustainable financing practices. By harmonizing the civil codes, commercial code, and shipping law, Indonesia can create an environment where maritime financing support rather than hinders the blue economy's development. This reform is not merely technical, but it's also building an economic blue to serve the people shipping needs the generation to come. So we have mass sustainable maritime developments require legal framework that balance creditor security with debt protection, creating predictable conditions for long-term investment. Thank you very much, everyone.